is certainly riding high right now because I'm all excited sitting in this chair. I thought I was going to be alone, but no, I have two very special guests tonight. First of all, from California, we have Roxanne Seeman. Hi.
Hey, Uncle Ray.
Oh, pleasure to have you here in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
We'll talk more about your life a little later. The other guest of mine is an old, I wouldn't say an old friend, he's son of my old friend, Bette Tuason. Andrew, hi.
Hi, Uncle Ray.
Well, it's love to have two of you music experts here sitting in front of me. Make me feel so small. Roxanne. Can I call you Roxy?
You can call me Roxy.
Okay. Now, I know you have composed hundreds of songs for nearly all the singers in the music world. How did you get started as a writer?
How did I get started? Well, I started writing lyrics to instrumentals. That's how I started. Instrumentals and movie themes.
I don't follow. What do you mean by writing for instrumental and movie themes?
No, I took instrumentals. I took instrumentals that were not
without lyrics.
Without lyrics, and I wrote lyrics to them.
Now, for you to write instrumentals, you have to be a musician yourself.
No, I didn't write the instrumentals.
Oh,
they were other actually jazz artists.
Oh, I'm not clear about this. You write instrumentals, but you don't play any instruments. So
No. I wrote the lyrics to the instrumentals. So, for example, Larry Dunn composed a song called "Tequila Mockingbird" for Ramsey Lewis, and I wrote lyrics for that. And then Larry Dunn brought that to Dee Dee Bridgewater with my words, and she recorded the music of Larry Dunn with my lyrics, and at that point it was a song with lyrics.
So could you say that you're more of a lyrics writer?
I would say primarily, but I get involved in the music, and I'll write original songs with writers in the room together. We'll start from the ground up. Sometimes I'll write a lyric, and my partner would write music to it. But mostly, I do it always, every way you can imagine.
How long ago would you say that? How old were you then?
When I first started I would say maybe 22, 21. I always wrote poetry and things like that, and I studied piano. I studied some piano, and I picked up a little guitar, and I was always with musicians all the time. You know, when I was probably in How do you get to know all those big names? Yeah.
In the music scene? Let's hear it.
Big fan. Oh, how did I do it? Well, ever since I was young, my parents were very nice. They had a basement that was finished, and I used to have guys come over and play in the basement because everybody wanted a place to play.
Yeah, right.
So that's how it started. I'd have bands come over and play in our basement.
And then what prompted you to write music?
I think you're born with that.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
I think it's just in you, and
But
you can't not do it if you love it.
Yeah, but how did you get connected with all these big names like Earth, Wind and Fire, Streisand, and Bette Midler, etc.?
Well, every one is a different story.
I see. We can go all night.
You go all night. That's right. Because I've done it with so many different artists. You know, of all different kinds.
All right, let's pick one of your songs. As I said earlier on, you have hundreds of songs. Let's start off with one, and tell us why you picked this one.
Okay, let's do "Walking on the Chinese Wall."
Or any reason for that? Because you're in Hong Kong?
It's one of my favorites. I have a BA from Columbia University in Oriental Studies, Chinese arts and language. And when I met my partner Bill and we started writing together, then he ended up going to Japan for 4 months. And around that time, I went with my family on a trip to China for 3 weeks. And I came back, and I had a lot of different Chinese things on the wall and on shelves, and he liked that, and and we got some new equipment, and he came up with this track, and he said, "Write me something Chinese."
Oh. Well, I can assure listeners it's nothing to do with Roxy here in Hong Kong. This song was written some time ago, was it?
Yeah, this is. It was written in '83
83.
in the fall, and it was recorded in '84.
Okay, let's listen to the song right now. Walking on the Chinese Wall. That's a nice title. And of course, the artist, Philip Ball. What can you tell us about Philip Ball?
Oh, it's Philip Bailey. He's the lead singer of Earth, Wind and Fire, and this was his solo album.
Wow.
And it was the title track. The album was called Chinese Wall, and it was produced by Phil Collins. And
Phil Collins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to that song right now. Walking on the Chinese Wall.
Walking on the Chinese, walking on the Chinese wall. Watching for the coins to fall.
Well, you just heard from my special guest here, Roxy Seeman, and that song which she wrote, Walking on the Chinese Wall. That rings a little bell about the Chinese Wall. Tell us more.
Well, I walked on the Chinese Wall, the northern gate outside of Beijing.
Wow.
So,
You got to be fit,
yeah.
very fit.
Well, I think it's a big,
How far?
tourist attraction.
How far would you say you walked?
Far enough to take a good picture.
I see. Tell us about Philip Ball, sort of.
Bailey.
Yeah,
Bailey.
with Earth, Wind and Fire. I like that group, Earth, Wind and Fire. What? This is his first solo album.
This was his second solo album.
Second.
Yeah.
And what year was that?
This was in '84.
Wow.
It came out around October of '84.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese Wall, Walking on the Chinese Wall was the title track. It was called Chinese Wall.
Mm-hmm.
The big single also off of it was Easy Lover, which was a duet with Phil Collins.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a video for that. And then there was a video for Walking on the Chinese Wall. Beautiful video.
Exciting. How exciting. Because you have been writing lyrics for how long? How many years?
Oh,
You gotta think back now. Like
Yeah.
come back from the big wall.
well, maybe 30.
30? Wow.
Mm.
Almost the day I was born. 30 is a long time. But can you just off the top of your head say how many songs have you written?
Wow. I haven't
Just
counted.
a rough guess.
Hundreds.
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 That's a good answer. Hundreds.
Maybe 500.
Wow. And everyone has been successful.
Oh, I
or
don't know.
most of them.
I think I had a lot of songs in television. So either they were recorded by some great artists, or my partner and I. My partner was a great artist himself.
Mm-hmm.
So we were kind of lucky because we could write anything we felt like writing. It didn't have to say, okay, so this artist is in the studio, so let's, write a song for that artist. We wrote a lot of what we felt like writing, which is how we came up with Walking on the Chinese Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Because, he said, write me something Chinese, and I had walked on the wall, and then I used different things. Chinese literature, the Dream of the Red Chamber, I don't know if you know that, Hung Lo Meng. So I used the reference to that in the bridge, and I referenced the I Ching, because it's walking on the Chinese wall, watching for the coins to fall. That's the I Ching coins. Well, at the end of that, I showed it to my publisher, and he said, who would cut this song? Because it's not an obvious love song, And so I thought about it, and I called Philip Bailey up, and I said, I'd like to send you a song. Okay. So I sent it to him. He was in Colorado at the time, and it was Monday, and it was at the time the beginning of like FedEx. It wasn't a priority mail, and I waited. And by Friday, I was nervous. I thought, I haven't heard from him, and I called him, and he said, I've reviewed all my material, and I'm going to cut that song.
Wow. Terrific. Must have been very exciting.
And he took it with him to London, where Phil Collins produced it.
I see. So tell me, Roxy, which came first, your idea for the song, or you wait for the artist to ask you to write a song?
Well, that's why I say it depends. It's different every time.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I got a track.
Mm-hmm.
Bill had laid this drum track down, and he was singing kind of la-las on it, and I wrote the lyrics, and then we found the artist that we thought would be right for it. So we were lucky to be able to write like that.
Oh, you can say that again. Well, thank you. Let's switch over to my second guest, Andrew Tuason. The name Tuason is very, very familiar, Andrew. I know your dad, Bading.
I know, yes.
Used to lead the big band at the Hilton Hotel years back with Michael Rubito singer, and a lot of people told me how much they enjoyed dancing at the Eagle's Nest.
Yes.
Well, you were a member of the band too, weren't you?
I was with the band around 1980s when I finished high school.
Uh-huh.
So my father asked me, since I'm not very good in school, so you better find something else to do.
That makes two of us.
So I start sitting in as a keyboard player with the band, and then later on I end up in playing a piano solo at the Grill.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get? How did you feel being with the big band? With your father being the leader.
It's kind of a lot of pressure too, because you got to read good. You got sight reading. You have to be good.
Right.
If you're not good, you miss the part.
Follow the whole band.
We'll throw a cigarette tray on you.
How old were you then?
It's 21. 20,
Oh.
Yeah, something like that.
Could you say that because you were good, or because you're the son of Bette Tuason?
I think okay. Tell you what, how I get into the recording music business in Hong Kong. Joseph Koo is my stepping stone. Since my father and Joseph are good friends, and after 2 years with the Hilton, I like to do something else more exciting. So I called up Joseph's wife, and said, "Can I help Uncle to be his assistant?" That time. So at first he said no. He said, "Oh, we already have an assistant. It's doing well." But then after a year, I called them again, and they said, "Okay, why don't you come up first, and Joseph will talk to you." So this is how I start working with Joseph, and I follow him to all the studio, and sometimes I do some demos for him. Some TVB works actually. So that's how the record company start to,
Recognize your
this
work.
guy is not bad. He can write some good arrangement too. So I start as an arranger, and then I become very busy, crazy busy. Doing a lot of people, because I think I was the first one to put a little bit of R&B and jazz things into canto pop. Yeah, you can listen to some of my works later on.
Right.
And you can tell.
So how did you get connected with Roxy?
Oh, I think it's just all out of the blue, and I received an email from Roxy, and he saw a clip that I was playing with Elisa Chan in 1991, I think, and I was playing a night in Tunisia, and Roxanne was so impressed, and he, and I think Roxy, you know me from the publisher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
I was asking for songs from Universal, and Roxy is under Universal Publishing. So that's how we get connected. So Roxy sent me some tunes and some of her tracks.
Was this after you left the Hilton band?
Oh yeah. There was this is recently.
Recently.
Yes.
I see. So you set up your own studio?
Yeah, I got my own studio now.
And you do your own dubbing and all that?
Yeah, sometimes I do it in my studio. Sometimes I bring it out in the studio outside. Yeah.
Now tell me about your connection now with Roxy Seeman.
Okay, so we got a song, and I listened to some of the tracks. I like it very much, and I proposed to Jackie. And Jackie likes it.
Jackie Chung.
Yes, Jackie Chung.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of listeners know that name, Jackie Chung. And what have you done for Jackie Chung?
I toured with him the last year for 100-something shows.
Wow.
Yeah, concerts
Really?
all over the world.
So it's not just overnight. It's a long time.
Oh yeah, I know. I knew Jackie for I think since 1984.
Oh, that's a long time.
Actually,
yes.
we're about the same time. He started as a song contest, as a winner of the song contest, and then I started as an arranger about the same time. So we knew each other for a long time. I did a lot of arrangement for his older records.
Now, a lot of listeners would want to know how come the two of you are sitting in front of me now, Roxy and Andrew? How did you get connected?
I think it's the technology, email.
Really?
Okay.
Email.
Yeah.
That's how I know. That's how I
Yes,
know Roxy
yes.
too. Email, the wonderful email.
Right.
And now, how did you like her writing, composition, or
Yeah.
she gave you
the,
ideas?
The songs, the idea, the tracks that she gave me
Mm-hmm.
is just what I'm looking for. It's just what I want for the project.
Mm-hmm.
So that we click it, and that's we keep on getting. I think we will end up in 6 tracks in the
Already,
album.
wow.
Yeah.
So with Jackie Cheung doing this new CD with you, what can we expect to hear?
If everything is smooth, we will release in October.
Mm-hmm.
October, yeah.
All right, let's hear one of your work now.
Okay. Yeah.
What have you picked?
I picked one of my favorite arrangement that I did, and 9 years ago for old Taiwanese singer Feng Fei Fei.
Oh, I know that name.
Yeah, and this song is in English translation is "Life is like a dream." In Chinese is 人生如夢. Yeah.
人说人生如梦，我说梦如人生。短短的一生，你快乐，你兴奋；匆匆的一场，你悲哀，你苦闷。帝皇的尊严，乞丐的穷困。山峰上的白雪，海底里的奇珍。当你从梦中醒觉，你已走完了人生。人说人生如梦，我说梦如人生。短短的一生，有聚合有分离，匆匆的一场，有苍老。青春，深宵的光明，清早的阴沉，地狱里的天使，天堂上的幽魂。当你从梦中醒觉，你已走完了人生。说人生如梦，我说梦如人生。短短的一生，有聚合有分离，匆匆的一场，有苍老，有青春。深宵的光明，清早的阴沉。地狱里的天使，天堂上的幽魂。当你从梦中醒觉，你已走完了人生，你已走完了人生。
Well, you just heard another great song there, the work of Andrew Tuason. And what more can you tell us about that song, Andrew?
We got a lot of talented Filipino musician on the track.
How many of them?
On flugelhorn is Bert Humberado.
Mm-hmm.
You might know Bert.
I heard the name Bird, yes.
Yeah. And on guitar is Dodong Fuego Jr.
Mm.
And they're both fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So all the how many piece band?
In this track, well, the drums is all programmed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the rolls, and one flugelhorn and one guitar, and that's it. Everything is from the program. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Roxanne, we come back to you now. What do you have picked for us as for your second song?
Bette Midler, Day.
Why did you? When I saw Night and Day, I was thinking of Cole Porter.
I know. I should have called it Day and Night. It was my big mistake. I kick myself all the time.
Yeah, but do you have any? How should we put it? Controversial remarks from people who recognize Night and Day as Cole Porter's song. Did they come to you and say, "Hey, why that title?"
No, they actually starts singing Cole Porter, and I said, "But I'm not Cole Porter. I wrote my own song." And,
Exactly.
And you can't copyright a title. There actually are a lot of songs with the same title. It's just that was not a good one to use the title for.
So what can you tell us about this Night and Day now?
Well, this was recorded by Bette Midler.
Mm-hmm.
It was a single and a video for her, produced by Arif Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it with my partner Billy Hughes.
Oh, Arif Martin, wow.
Mm.
And Bette Midler. You can't go wrong there, can you?
Not at all.
Maybe you and I see life with two different visions, and neither one of us is wrong or right. And maybe we're too serious and don't wanna listen. I just wanna make you laugh tonight. Realize day and night, night and day, we are both so different in so many ways. We are like night and day, day and night, and we go together share a common opinion. It's true that you and I don't think alike. But when I look into your eyes, I know is forgiven. All I wanna do is hold you tight. We are like day and night, night and day. We are both so different in so many ways. We are like night and day, day and night. Still, we know it's gonna be alright. We are like night and day, day and night, and we go together just like black and white. We are like day and night, night and day, day and night and day. We are like day and night, night and day, night, black and
Well, you just heard Night and Day, not to be mistaken with the one with Paul Cole. This is Night and Day by Roxanne Seeman, and the singer was Bette Midler. And I believe, Roxy, that you also wrote something for the Jacksons. Tell us more about it.
It's a song called If You'd Only Believe, with my partner Billy Hughes and also with Jermaine Jackson. We wrote this, and it's for the 2300 Jackson Street album.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became the theme of the Jackson Family Honors televised special from the MGM Grand, and that was around 1994.
Did
And
they ask you to write something, or you volunteered?
For this album?
Yeah.
Oh, Jermaine Jackson, he's really terrific, and he's an old friend, and he likes our songs, and so he's always asked for songs.
Did he give you any direction or any hint of how you would write the song? No,
no.
Just left it to yourself.
Yeah, and then I brought it to him, and he loved it, and then he also worked on it. Michael Omarian produced it.
Mm-hmm. So it's called If Only You Would Believe, Jacksons.
Correct.
what your love means to me. And I will climb with you the mountain, sail the shining deep blue sea, till we find a place where we can go, where a soul can be free, and never be where this life takes you to. For you know I will always be there for you. Won't you look at what we have right now? All things will come to us in time, if you only believe. What your love means to me, if you only believe. What your love means to me. And if the sky comes tumbling down, raining too hard for you to see, that's the time when you need someone around, and who's got a shoulder like me. Tell me, can you tell me what you're feeling now? Open your heart so you can see. In this world there are so many ways we can get what we need. Won't you look at what we have right now?
That's
All
Jackie.
things will
What's that?
That's Jackie.
Uh-huh. If you only believe. Well, right on cue there. Lyrics by Roxy Seeman. Well done. And now, if we can go back to you, Andrew, what do you have for us in the...
Okay, I have this a rather special song that we use this song to enter the Shanghai Music Festival in 1991, and we
Yeah.
won the gold prize.
Gold Prize?
Yeah, actually, Anthony Lund was the one asked me to write this song. He said, "Hey, I'm going to join this contest. You want to write a song for me?" Actually, he's a songwriter too, but he
I
said,
see.
"I want you to do it." Okay, I said, "Yeah, well, let's give it a try." And I wrote the song, and it became number one.
You wrote the lyrics or you wrote the music?
I wrote the music and the arrangement,
Uh-huh.
and I forgot who was writing the lyrics. I think
Never mind.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Let's hear the song anyway.
Okay.
人何怨？情但也永遠總是未完。Goodbye my love， 再會了心請不要說。海角有你亦變短，別去的天涯未遠。才一轉過頭，想起走之後，何能受，讓你哀愁。回首一再流，忘記天空的等候，情未了怎麼我還要走？情若我未再還，身倘我再未返，願夜雨不沾你睡眼。情若信未退減，愛意未難，前緣未淡，風雨內也為你，重為你返。Goodbye my love， 再會了，真要走了，遠去了人何怨？情但也永遠總是未完。Goodbye my love， 再會了心請不要說。海角有你亦變短，別去的天涯未遠。Goodbye my love， 再會了，真要走了，遠去了人何怨？情但也永遠總是未完。Goodbye my love， 再會了心請不要說。海角有你亦變短，別去的天涯未遠。
The public consultation on air quality objectives review is now in progress. To achieve the new air quality objectives, a package of emission control measures have been proposed, including green transport, clean energy, green living, and energy efficiency measures. Share your views on a green Hong Kong on or before November 30th. For details, please visit the Environmental Protection Department website, www.epd.gov.hk.
An international station for an international city. AM, FM, live online. Radio 3.
That's right, Radio 3, and we're having a wonderful time here in the studio with two wonderful people in the music scene. That's Roxy, or Roxanne Seeman, and of course Andrew Tuason. Two different part of the world. You're from California, isn't it?
Yes,
Roxanne?
yes.
And you're from Hong Kong or Manila?
You consider Hong Kong and Philippines.
I see. Right. Now, Roxanne, can you tell us why you picked this last song before we signed off?
The last song, Welcome to the Edge, was a very big hit for my partner Billy Hughes and myself, with Billy as the artist in Japan. It was the #1 international single of the year in 1992. He performed it live at the NHK Grand Prix Awards.
Wow. And with that, we've come to the end of our show, actually. Another couple of minutes more. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Roxanne, for coming to Hong Kong and also coming to the studio. My pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And Andrew, also my pleasure talking to you as well.
Pleasure's
say,
mine.
Say hi to your dad.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
no way to pretend. Welcome to the edge of love. No more secrets kept, give with no regrets. Right here on the edge of love. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Closer, I feel your body next to mine. I know that here I'm crossing the line. We've got nothing to lose, everything in time, forever. Here we are again, no way to pretend. Welcome to the edge of love. No more secrets kept, give with no regrets. Right here on the edge of love. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Welcome, baby, welcome to the. I'm calling, baby. Closer, baby, welcome to. I'm falling.
What you're hearing right now is Welcome to the Edge, and of course my special guest Roxanne Seeman, and also Andrew Tuason. What can I say? I'm a lucky man to have two of you sitting right in front of me. Thank you for coming all the way.
Thank you, Uncle Ray.
Thank you, Uncle Ray.
We'll do it again next time you come to this part of the world.
That sounds great.
The weather now before we join the newsroom, cloudy with occasional rain and heavy at times at first tomorrow, and a few squally thunderstorms as well. Temperatures in the region of 26 to 29 degrees, and we can expect light winds becoming moderate